Potter franchise gave us 8 spellbinding sequels of fantasies. But it couldn't have been done without a few rules to ensure elemental success. Join me as I find out the 10 strict rules the Harry Potter cast must follow.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 10. Get those grades.
Tell me, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood?
If you think the young actors didn't have to study at school, you'd be wrong. It turns out that a role in the most popular franchise of their generation did not exempt the actors from homework. Oliver Phelps, aka George Weasley, revealed that the child actors even worked on their homework while filming scenes, adding a realistic element. The producers cared about the actors' education and not just about the movies. Alfonso Cuarón, who directed Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, made the lead actors write essays on their characters. Emma Watson wrote 16 pages, Daniel Radcliffe wrote 1 page, and Rupert Grint didn't write any. Guess Watson was, after all, the right choice for Hermione. Number 9. Can't spill the beans.
Have it your way.
This is another rule that might surprise fans of the Harry Potter books. How could you reveal the plot of the film when the original book had already been released, and everybody knew about its story? There needed to be some logic behind it, though. It turns out most of the movie fans have not read the book, and the audience of the books and the movies were very different. However, the important thing that needed to be taken care of was, when the films aired, the book series wasn't yet completed. And J.K. Rowling had actually shared with the young actors what was going to happen next with their characters. So now, we totally get this rule. Considering the incredible popularity of the series and the pressure the paparazzi put on the young actors, we can't imagine how they managed to keep everything under wraps. Incredibly, none of them leaked any spoilers of the films in the franchise. Number 8. No playing around with your hairdo.
Call him.
This rule may sound weird to contemporary fans, but imagine the case if wigs were forbidden in Game of Thrones and the actors were asked to grow their hair and dye it a royal shade. Naturally, for the young Harry Potter cast, this was a nightmare. Remember Tom Felton, who portrayed Malfoy? He had to keep dyeing his hair with that famous bleached blonde hue. Emma Watson also floundered with Hermione's eternal looks, and immediately after the movie concluded, she cut her hair very short. In an interview, she revealed that for all those Harry Potter years, she wasn't permitted to have fun experimenting with her hair as a regular teenager would. She wasn't even allowed to dye her hair, let alone cut it. Number 7. Brits Only Cast.
Trying, Seamus. George, your turn now.
Expecto Patronum!
This rule implied casting only British actors, which was introduced by Joanne Rowling herself. The writer wanted the British characters to be portrayed by British actors only. This was because she felt the actors would only have to think about their performances rather than their accents. It was because of this British-only rule that Robin Williams, who dreamt of portraying Hagrid, could not land the role. Casting director Janet Hershenson confirmed that Williams fell victim to the Brits-only rule imposed by producers of the franchise. Robin had called because he wanted to be in the movie, she'd said. In fact, Williams himself spoke about his thwarted Harry Potter ambitions in 2001 in an interview. There were a couple of parts I would have wanted to play, but there was a ban on using American actors. Number 6. No daredevilry. In an interview, Tom Felton revealed that for the entire time that they were shooting the movie, they were asked not to participate in any risky or life-threatening activity. Although this sounds reasonable, it was a bit harsh on the young actors who weren't allowed to ride a bike or ski for many years. Yet, if any of the young stars got seriously injured, it would have been a big problem for the studio. They might have even had to postpone a movie premiere or shoot some scenes separately. But imagine your childhood without trampolines, rollerblades, and bikes. Number 5. Say no to chocolate.
Look into Gringotts. He knows what we took, and he knows we're hunting Horcruxes.
How is it you know?
I saw him.
As much as this sounds like an urban myth, we can't help telling it anyway. There's a rumor about Tom Felton being kicked off the set for, carrying chocolate. Apparently, the actor used to take snacks in his robe, including chocolate candies, and chocolates have been known to tarnish outfits if melted. While shooting in hot weather, the snacks would melt, which would add to the dress stylist's already hectic workload. However, the lighter version of this rumor has Felton not being kicked off the set, but instead, his pockets were sewn so he couldn't carry any more candies. Number 4. You can't drink, kid.
Evil little cockroach!
Hermione, no! He's not worth it.
Isn't Harry Potter made for children? Now, what does drinking have to do with this? By the time the 8th movie of the series was filmed, the young actors were already adults. Given the fact that they were incredibly popular and were earning extraordinarily, drinking could have been a problem. In the past, there had been instances where the actors were reportedly found misbehaving with the film crew while being under the influence of alcohol. Clearly, the Warner Brothers had the foresight to forbid the cast from drinking while filming to avoid unnecessary ruckus on the sets. Number 3. Don't you dare fall in love on set.
He's home. You both are home.
Keep everybody in their seats. A boy's just been killed.
It's not as if they would have been kicked out of the franchise for this, but the producers tried to avoid teenage drama as much as possible. We're all used to the fact that during the shooting of adolescent films and TV shows, many on and off relationships happen. The producers did not want such stories on the sets of Harry Potter. The entire cast was instructed to be role models and upstanding citizens for their young viewers. Number 2. Image tarnishing role in a movie? Nope. Since the production house had instructed the cast on being a role model for their young audience, it also meant that the actors could not go ahead with a film that might have them play an inappropriate role that could stain their public image. Tom Felton, during his time in Harry Potter, said he wasn't able to choose from many roles. This also meant that despite being in the franchise for 10 years, Daniel Radcliffe could only take one other part besides the role of the boy who lived. He starred in a movie called December Boys. December what? When did that happen? Number 1. You can't just leave the franchise. Throughout all 10 years of the Harry Potter franchise, the actors were not allowed to leave the project. It's much easier to replace someone or kill a character off in a TV show than in movies based on books that already have their plot in place. That's why Warner Brothers made the famous Harry Potter cast sign contracts, which disallowed them from leaving the franchise. Of course, they couldn't make the actors sign contracts for 10 years, and when the time came to film The Goblet of Fire, Emma Watson nearly left the project. The actress wanted to go to university and badly needed a break from the regulations of the franchise. She was looking forward to easing herself into the normalcy of her life. That's why she was seriously considering quitting the franchise. The producers, who couldn't imagine a Harry Potter film world without Hermione Granger, didn't like this idea at all. They wanted to keep Emma so much that they postponed the dates of shooting for her. A change of cast in a fantasy series does not usually go down well with the audience. But after the first 2 movies, the actor who portrayed Dumbledore, Richard Harris, suddenly passed away. The studio had to find a replacement immediately, and they finally agreed on Michael Gambon, who fortunately did a fantastic job. The audiences were all praised for his performance. As a result of all those rules, the actors, especially the lead cast, lost out on a lot of teenage time of their lives. Yeah, they had the fame and money, but they were never free as their regular teenage counterparts. Considering the fact that the lead actors had to work for 12 hours or more, it was hard on the young British stars. Daniel Radcliffe, for instance, struggled with a harmful addiction for a long time, and now he could be seen doing some unconventional movies. Tom Felton, on the other hand, spent all the money he'd earned from the franchise while he was still a teenager, and Rupert Grint could never bag a role in a considerably popular and mega project. The one who seemed to fare the best amongst the young cast and didn't go down a slippery slope was Emma Watson. It is clear the famous actors from the franchise struggled to deal with their fame and face some problems. And the strict Warner Brothers rules that dictated their childhoods may have contributed to some of the actors' not-so-great decisions. So, what did you think? Do you agree with any of these rules? Were they necessary, considering how tied up all the teenage cast was? Which among these was the meanest rule of all? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Goodbye until next time.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.